She was young, brilliant, and celebrated. A self-styled Nigerian tech queen who claimed she had cracked the code of international success in tech. She flaunted internships at global brands, lived in a visibly lavish lifestyle, and positioned herself as a rising star in software engineering. But behind the glitz and algorithms was a $1.3 million cyber fraud scheme and a federal indictment that's now making international headlines. This is the story of the Nigerian tech queen. Glamour, greed, and the $1.3 million cyber trap. Her name is Sophia Egemasi. At just 28 years old, she built a bold online persona. On LinkedIn, she was a rising cybersecurity consultant. On Instagram, she was living the dream: luxury cars, fine dining, travel, and prestige tech vibes. She claimed experience at British Petroleum, H&M, and Zara. She spoke in tech lingo and even offered career advice to other aspiring developers. But according to the FBI, the image was manufactured and the money wasn't coming from internships as she claimed. Between September 2021 and February 2023, the US federal investigators said Sophia was part of a sophisticated cyber crime ring. Her alleged role: the tech brains behind the operation, designing spoofed government websites to look just like the real US agency portals. This fake website harvested login credentials from unsuspecting government employees. Once inside, the syndicate quietly rerouted funds made for public projects directly into accounts they control. One of the most notable breaches happened in August 2022. A staggering $965,000 intended for a Kentucky city's public works program was siphoned into a PNC bank account. A second payment of $330,000 was funneled into a different account. Investigators said these were just the tip of the iceberg, all coordinated using fake logins, impersonation, and social engineering. By 2024, the FBI was already closing in on this cybercrime and fraud. The Bureau had been quietly investigating the case, tracking transactions and following the digital breadcrumbs. Egemasi was indicted by a federal grand jury on multiple counts, including wire fraud and money laundering. In April 2025, agents arrested her in the Bronx, New York. She was remanded to federal custody in Lexington, Kentucky. Sadly, Egemasi now faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. This story isn't just about Sophia. It's about the evolving nature of cybercrime and how even the most secure looking institutions are vulnerable to deception. So the question now is, how could this have been prevented? Number 1, multi-factor authentication. Number 2, link protection in government emails. Number 3, real-time fraud monitoring. Number 4, a GRC plan, a government risk and compliance plan that includes human behavior training. Number 5, incident response drills. When you do not embed risk thinking into every part of your business, from HR to finance to IT, then you leave yourself exposed to sophisticated threats like this ones. At Risk Immunity, we see these kinds of threats all the time. The tools that Sophia and her crew allegedly used are not new. Number 1, spoofed websites, social engineering, credential phishing, business email compromise, commonly known as BECs. And yet billions are still lost every year because organizations haven't built digital immunity. They haven't trained their teams, they haven't mapped their risk, they haven't adopted a modern GRC framework. As startups and institutions race to digitize, they must also remember that speed without security is sabotage. Do not wait until your headlines look like Sophia's. Build digital immunity now. Build risk immunity now. Feel free to book a free assessment session at www.riskimmunity.com, or you can shoot us an email at hello@riskimmunity.com. Let's secure your people, let's secure your processes, and let us secure your future.
Didn't even say nothing. I was just sitting here. That's crazy.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Risk Community Podcast, where we decode real cybercrime stories and show you how to stay steps ahead. If you found this useful, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you.